counting or not counting gang violence. Great.
Oh my God.
Wait, Cody, go, run. Oh.
Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
This is the moment Charlie Kirk spoke about gun violence, just minutes before being killed by one. The conservative commentator was addressing a crowd at Utah Valley University. He was in the middle of a heated discussion about rising violence in America when a single shot rang out. Charlie clutched his neck and collapsed on stage. Chaos broke out. People screamed and ducked for cover as security rushed in. Eyewitnesses say the bullet may have come from outside the venue.
When Americans are angry, they turn to guns. Every single time. We've been trying to tell you that for years, for over 20 years, because children have been unalived in their places of learning over and over and over again by hurt individuals. So it has happened to CEOs of the worst corporations in this country. It has happened to our president. Now it's happened to Charlie Kirk. Now it's happened to a political figure, which tells us something important about our culture. The internet and media have made it so the political space has expanded drastically. And in light of this, so have feelings about and surrounding politics. They've expanded, they've grown, and they've gotten serious to the point where people are so distraught and angered by their political emotions that they have resorted to pew-pewing people. And I can't act like I don't understand that. I can't act as though that feeling and that result is not expected when the talking points of these social media figures have led to a culture based around hating individuals who look like me. We are seeing a drastic resurgence of marginalization and dehumanization taking commonplace in America. In our social institutions, places that we're supposed to feel safe are now politicized in a way that hurts brown, black, and LGBTQ communities. What do you expect to happen? Charlie Kirk has been one of the biggest vessels in communicating this hatred. And now we're seeing a symptom of a deeper problem manifesting in the violence that was perpetuated against him. People are angry and afraid, and they don't like the direction that this country is going. And they don't know what to do about it. Blame the root problem. Blame the fascist culture that is taking over this country, that is making every other country look at us like we are crazy. Are you seeing it now? Are you understanding that something is wrong?
This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. They just murdered Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now. I'm so pissed. Damn it.
I can't lie. I'm very confused on the moral clarity of what just happened to Charlie Kirk. Because I've seen the video and it doesn't sit right with me in my spirit to see this literally happen. But at the same time, when I look at how people are talking about political violence, and we talk about revolution, and we talk about changing the system and things like that, and the fact that a law like the Second Amendment exists, violence at some point is going to be used. But why I say the moral ambiguity of this is kind of confusing is because when we talk about political violence, right, a lot of people say that, that nobody should kill somebody or nobody should harm someone for their political opinions. And I say, well, how far does that extend? Because if Hitler was alive today and somebody did it to him, would we have the same reaction to say nobody should die over their political opinions? So how far does somebody's political opinion have to be taken until that morality is different? Because Charlie Kirk spewed racist, violent rhetoric and received the exact same thing in return. So I don't think it's much of an argument about political violence, more so that your personal actions as a human being, those things that you put out into the world, that energy that you put out into the world has a consequence. And us as people, we can sympathize, but at the same time, what you do, how you carry yourself, how you talk about other people, and what you insinuate, especially in this time of political division and racial division, it has a consequence. Whether or not you want to argue the morality of it, the fact of the matter is everything you do, especially when it's something that plays on the emotions of people because of what they've gone through, and that you're spewing rhetoric that has been basically used to imprint on an entire generation, the whole 13%, 50% of that whole statistic, are we really? I'm not surprised, honestly. And especially when we look at the outcome of this, two things are going to happen. One, the right is going to martyr him. They're going to praise all of the things that he's done, all of the things that he says, which pushes their narrative, because his ideology and his beliefs are not his own. They come from a system and a political base that will continue to carry his narratives, so even after his death. But when we look at what we're going through right now, and we're in a time where people are talking about liberation and talking about revolution and things like that, and when we see something happen violently, the reaction is it's confusing, because there's no way that we get liberation or that a revolution will happen without violence. Historically, the trends are the same, and philosophically, violence is necessary in terms of revolution, because we've tried to play by the system, but the system is actively created against us. So how can you use a broken system to fix a broken system? Doesn't really make sense. I'm not condoning violence, because I'm not trying to get investigated, but when we look at these types of situations, look at what this person did, as everybody will literally do if it was a black man. Look into his background, his history, all types of stuff. Look at what he did, and then look at how the people are going to use him as a martyr for their ambitions. That's the first thing. The second thing is, this is going to happen more often. Whether we like it or not, it's going to happen more often. It's already happening right now. You are seeing the beginnings of what revolution will look like in America. And unfortunately, this is something that's going to happen more and more and more. It's going to become more and more common, because at a certain point, when you have an authoritarian leader that is spewing right-wing rhetoric, there aren't many things that historically have led to their downfall. Every single time when the government has overstepped its boundaries and utilized its power to create an authoritarian regime, it has always been met with violence. Every single time. So what we are seeing play out is literally just the consequences of your actions.